The next is Cynthia Mendes.
Thank you, Council. I'd first like to open and just thank you all for the work that you have done over the past year to hear testimony and to weigh out the deep concerns of literally thousands that we have heard in our community regarding the preservation of this green space and the overwhelming consensus that it should not be rezoned. So I would also deeply urge the council to postpone its decision on rezoning until the city's planning board has completed its review and tenders its recommendations concerning a proposed rezoning ordinance amendment, the one that was introduced by Councilwoman Anna Souza. This proposed amendment would require the applicants to seek rezoning open space into another zoning designation and to conduct impact statements, and including but not limited to traffic studies. But here's the key thing: before and not after rezoning. I would also like to thank the community for their staying power. In the face of bottomless greed and the ability for the wealthy to show up over and over again to ensure and protect their best interests, our community has proven their staying power at the sacrifice of leaving their lawns and their families and dinner on the table and work that they could be doing, leaving their jobs and coming to continually for a year fight for what we know is right for our community and for our children's livable future as well. It's really surprising to be here a year later. Last year I testified in front of you all, not as a colleague and as a state legislature, but as somebody that was hoping to be, but really just moved by my community regarding our shared concern for this space. And in a year, what has not changed? We have not heard an answer for wildlife displacement. What has not changed is we do not have an answer for the water runoff. What has not changed is that we have not addressed our tree preservation and also the sound pollution. So as a legislator, and now I'm privy to hearing from the community on a regular basis, I'm hearing from people regarding an increase in sound pollution. Trees absorb sound, and destroying open space will only exacerbate what we all know is a continual issue in our community. We do not have an accurate traffic study for this plan. The marshals still have not revealed a detailed development plan and won't reveal it until they get an approval for rezoning. That has not changed in a year. Literally the same situation. Once an open space is gone, it is gone. Developers do not turn open space back to green space after they've developed it. We have a scenic parkway that will disappear before us. That has not changed. And another thing that has not changed is that this is still an opportunity zone. Opportunity zones turn struggling working class communities into tax shelters for the rich and wealthy developers, and they reap the benefits of a federal tax break, while working class people do not actually feel the joy and ownership of the beautiful town that they decided to live and raise their families in.
Thank you, Senator.
You're welcome. Last comment. What I do know and what has stayed the same is that I did hear from the term environmentally sensitive. And we now have learned and educated ourselves that's very different than environmentally responsible. This plan is not environmentally responsible. We know the difference. And I will close with this. Actually, a quote from their expert witness, Ashley Sweet, who said tonight on the record that the power of rezoning of this space is completely within your hands.
Thank you.